Hello, my name is Agatha, and this is the astrology predictions for January 2018 for all signs. This is a very general reading. If you'd like your own personal reading, please write to dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you. And in January 2018, we're going to have the full moon on the 2nd of January at 11 degrees of Cancer. Then the new moon happens on the 17th of January 2018 at 26 degrees in 54 minutes of Capricorn. And then finally there's a lunar eclipse on the 31st of January, the last day of the month, at 11 degrees and 37 minutes of Leo. So let's start with the sign of Aries. Aries, so what does this mean for you? Well, the full moon, let's start with the full moon on the 2nd of January 2018 at 11 degrees of Cancer for you, Aries. Where does it happen? It happens on your 4th house, and this is not a bad full moon. Sorry. I see good aspects with Neptune and with Mars and Jupiter in Scorpio. So I would say it's something good in terms of home and family. Some sort of culmination in home and family related themes and areas. And it all points to the Sun and Venus. The Sun at 11 degrees of Capricorn and Venus at 9 degrees of Capricorn. I'm thinking it's something very good and very positive. What could it be? For some of you, is finally renting a place. For others, it could be finally moving, having a roommate leave and a new roommate, come and live with you. Others, it could be buying a house. Finally you have the money to buy a house. Maybe someone in your family was generous and gave you part of the money that you needed to buy a house. Others, it could be finally not having to pay a mortgage anymore because you made the final payment of your mortgage. Others, it could be like an ending or culmination connected with, I would say, a woman in your family. It could be so many things. It could be like, for instance, a mother who retires, a grandmother who retires. Why do I say mother? Because Cancer is a female sign, and it's pointing right at Venus, which is also connected with women in the 10th house. To me, it could be that, could be retiring. A woman in your family is retiring. Or it could be the other way around. A woman in your family is, and this could be mother, grandmother, could be wife, okay? Is just got a, how do you say, a promotion. It could be that as well. So it depends from case to case. It depends from natal chart to natal chart. The new moon at on the 17th of January, that happens at 26 degrees of Capricorn, is going to happen where? In your 10th house. So for some of you, it's a brand new start in terms of your career. It could be, for some of you, it's a brand new start in terms of your social status, meaning could be a change in your social status, in your public image. Maybe you were single and now you're going to get married. It could be that. Maybe that explains the full moon on the 2nd of January. Maybe on the 2nd of January, finally you have the house, or you moved into the house where you're going to live with your spouse or your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or something like that. So some of you might be getting married, I would say. Others, it could be the other way around. Others, it could be like a liberating feeling. You're getting divorced, so you need a new place to live. Others, it could be a promotion in your career, and it might come about in a very unexpected sort of way. Others, it could be a complete change in your career. Okay, but either way, it comes with a feeling of, some sort of liberation. It might not, you might not feel all that great, you might not feel all that well, but it's still, there's like a liberation of some sort. So, and the in the lunar eclipse, I'm sorry, on the 31st of January, Aries at 11 degrees of Leo. Where does it happen in your I'm sorry. Where does it happen in your case? It's gonna happen, Aries, in your fifth house. So for you, it could be a brand new beginning. Not a brand new beginning because it's a lunar eclipse. It could be an ending that foretells a new beginning. Some of you, maybe you were pregnant and finally you give birth to your child, or you find out that you are pregnant, maybe after a long time of trying to have kids, you get the news that you're pregnant, or you get the news that you decide to go to and have, how do you say, technical help, like you go to a fertility expert for you to have some sort of, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening. I'm not sick or anything, but it's weird. Anyway, you might decide to go to a fertility expert in order to help you have kids. It could be that, it could be a decision of that type. Others, it's something happening to one of your children. Maybe one of your kids is becoming a parent, and you're becoming a grandmother or grandfather. Others, it could be some sort of conflict surrounding you and your kids and your friends. Maybe you can't be around your friends all that much because you need to spend time with your children. It could be that. Others, there's some sort of creative project. You are finishing up a creative project, and maybe your friends don't like this creative project. Maybe your friends are not very, they have very little faith in you and this creative project. I don't know, it could be all sorts of things. What else? It could be like a relationship, a love relationship that comes to an end. It comes to an end, and maybe this boyfriend or girlfriend, your friends didn't like him or her all that much. It could be one of your children. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know if I'm starting to have the flu or something. It could be that one of your children, one of your kids is starting, either ended some sort of hobby or is going to about to start an extracurricular activity, or you had a hobby and you're going to end this hobby, or you are about to start a brand new hobby. It depends. Again, it depends from case to case. Now we're going to go to the sign of Taurus. So Taurus, how is the month of January gonna be for you? The full moon on the 2nd of January, Taurus, is gonna happen in Cancer. It's gonna happen on your 3rd house. So this could be, and this is a very positive full moon. This could be positive events connected with one of your siblings. I would say a sister, because it's a very strong female energy. So something good happening to your sister. Maybe your sister, gets the job that she wanted, or she leaves the job. It could be not exactly a sister. It could be a brother. A sibling leaves a job, gets a job that he or she wants. Something very positive, or gets a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or gets married. It's something very positive happening to one of your siblings or to your sibling. It could be very positive messages, very positive messages I'm sorry, that come your way around the 2nd of January, Taurus. Could be the well wishes, it could be siblings or cousins giving you presents or good messages, positive messages. It could be maybe if you are studying something not, something on the side, maybe something that you do for fun, or you're learning some sort of training. You're finishing up that training around the 2nd of January 2018. It could be that finally you have the money to buy that the car that you've always wanted to have. So the car that you always wanted to have, or your car gets fixed, and maybe it doesn't require a large amount to pay if it had some sort of, you know, malfunction or something like that. And then the new moon on the 17th of January, that happens on the 26 degrees of Capricorn. In your case, Taurus, it's going to happen in your 9th house. So for some of you, you might decide to go back to college, to go back to school, and maybe this will happen in a very unexpected sort of way, you know. Maybe you have the chance that kind of happened out of the blue and you can go back to college. Others, it's, you know, moving up, advancing on your university studies. Maybe you had some sort of college course, like you finished up some sort of college course, but then you decide to take another one or keep advancing in your university studies. Others, you might become a professor in college. Others, it could be a new beginning connected with law. Now, this is not necessarily something positive, or you will not feel it in a very positive way. Why? There could be some sort of court case that happens kind of out of the blue, and it might be, you know, it might come about because there's some sort of secret enemy that really doesn't like you. I'm sorry to tell you, who really doesn't like you, and it could be the reason that there's suddenly a court case that might be very severe, and you have to take this serious, okay, in a very serious matter. Or it could be you decide that there's someone, you know, doing weird stuff. There's someone prosecuting you. You have no idea who this person is, and you decide to take it to court, okay? Or maybe you know who this person is, but you just decide to take it to court because it's impossible. It could be, for some of you, it even be your spouse, okay? This is your spouse or your soon to be ex, and he or she is doing something, you know, shady that they're not supposed to be doing, and you just have had enough and decide to take it to court and let the law decide. What else it could be? It could be that you are on a brand new path in terms of religion and spirituality, and it kind of can happen out of the blue. Maybe you always followed a certain path in terms of, you know, of religion, and now suddenly you just want to try something different and something new, and not exactly suddenly, but, you know, you were curious about other subjects, and now you are experimenting with these other subjects. Maybe meditation, maybe astrology, maybe runes, maybe Reiki. Could be maybe a different religion. Maybe you're Catholic and you're studying Judaism, whatever, or Hinduism. I don't know, something different, something different. It could be, even though it's something different, there's some sort of very old tradition backing it up, you know. There's like tradition behind this thing, whatever it is. Now, it could be also that you decide to move to another country, and this opportunity can come out of the blue. You could move to another country in order to work. This is not vacation. It could be for work, or it could be to study, you know. You decide to advance your studies by going to another country because maybe that's the only way, you know. You really need to move to another country in order to continue your university studies. So the lunar eclipse on the 31st of January 2018 is going to happen at 11 degrees and 37 minutes of the sign Leo. And what does this mean to you, Taurus? Well, in your case, it's going to happen in your 4th house. So this could be a brand it's like an ending and a new beginning at the same time. Something ends or culminates in the area connected with your house, home, and family. So maybe you, let's say you are in the process of getting a divorce, and it could be an ugly divorce, I'm sorry to tell you, and or very, not exactly easy. And maybe you leave to another place. You go in. I'm sorry, you move to another house. If it's not you who moves, it's your spouse, your ex, your soon-to-be ex moves to, another place. If it's not that, if everything is fine and cool with you and your partner, so it might be that both of you finally paid all the mortgage that you needed to pay in your house. Maybe you've bought a house or a home, an apartment a very long time ago, and this is the final payment that you do. Maybe if it's not that, finally you have the money to buy your own house, your own home. Or it could be for others that you move to a home that used to belong to either to your family or to the family of your spouse. So it's the home that used to belong to a mother figure. It could be your mother, it could be your grandmother, or it could be, the mother or grandmother of your spouse or partner. So it could be that. And what else? Now this could be an ending or culmination with someone connected with in your family. Maybe your mother or grandmother retires, for instance. Maybe your mother or grandmother comes and lives with you, comes to live with you, okay? Or maybe it's the mother or grandmother of your spouse that comes to live with you. I don't think this. There could be some sort of friction if it's the mother of your spouse. You might not like it all that much. Even your spouse might not like it all that much. Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you this. There could be some sort of conflict between home and work in your career. I don't know why, but there could be some sort of conflict between your home life, your family, and your career. Why is there a conflict? I don't know why, but maybe there's a woman, a boss, who's a woman, and you might be having some sort of conflict with this woman in your work, in your career, in your work environment. Now let's go to the sign of Gemini. So Gemini, the full moon on the 2nd of January 2018, that happens at 11 degrees of Cancer. In your case, Gemini is going to happen on your second house, the house of money and material resources and other things as well, and values. Things and not just things, but whatever you value the most. It could be, and this is a very good full moon. It has very nice aspects. I'm thinking money is coming your way, Gemini. Good money. Money which was owed to you. Money which is yours. Whatever this is, Gemini, this is good in terms of money. So money that was supposed to be in your pocket finally comes in. Okay? I don't know what else to tell you, but this is your money. This could be related to some of you with work, but this could be related for others with some sort of settlement. It depends from case to case. Now, maybe it could be even, it's your salary. Maybe it's your last salary because you're going to move to another place of employment, and you're going to get more money. Anyway, it's money. That's always good. No, now the new moon on the 17th of January 2018 is going to happen at 26 degrees of Capricorn. In your case, Gemini, where does it land? In your case, it's going to happen in your 8th house. So the 8th house is the house of shared resources. So it could be that you're starting something new, a brand new job, that, you know, it will entail a lot of study, a lot of hard work, but it can come also with lots and lots of money, but it's going to require a lot of hard work, especially within the next 2.5 years. It could be that. If it's not you, it could be changes in your shared resources because your spouse, your partner, got a new job. If he or she didn't get a new job, it could be that your spouse or your significant other got more responsibilities. More responsibilities in his career or her career. So there's more money. Yes, there's more money coming in. At the same, there's like a transformation in the money that you get, that you and your spouse or partner have together. Now, there could be a contraction. Yes, it could be within the next 2.5 years. At the same time, it depends from case to case. Okay, it depends. For some, is more money, but with lots and lots of new responsibilities. For others, it could be less money. Yes, there could be a contraction in the money that you and your spouse both have. But if you work hard, either you or your spouse, in whatever this new thing is, within the next 2.5 years, there could be some sort of promotion. There could be some sort of elevation in terms of your salary. Okay. Others, it could be, you know, an inheritance that comes your way, or you get news of an inheritance, but this could be tied up in the courts for a while, at least 2.5 years, if not 3 years. So you have to, you know, you have to deal with that if that's the case. For others, it could be you have the 8th house. It's the house of the occult. So you might be very much interested, Gemini, in studying something connected with the occult. It could be astrology, it could be tarot, it could be all sorts of things, you know, and you will be studying it in depth. I mean, within the next 2.5 years, you are going to study it as if you were in college, you know, really deep study, because you really want to understand whatever this is. Now, it doesn't have to be necessarily that. It doesn't have to be anything connected with the occult. It could be that you decide to write about, you know, you decide to write crime novels, for instance. That's your decision. And you want to write about those sorts of subjects. So within the next 2.5 years, you're going to be busy writing about, you know, Miss Marple type of thing, you know. Your character might be an older person. And you might just decide it because, you know, it's fun. It might require a lot of hard work, but it's going to be fun for you. So, finally, the lunar eclipse on the 31st of January 2018, it's going to happen at 11 degrees of Leo. In your case, Gemini, where does it land? It's going to land on your 3rd house. There could be some sort of culmination or ending with a sibling. Maybe you had a falling out with a sibling, some of you, and this is like the final straw, and you just, you know, you just decide to cut all ties with this sibling. Now, this sibling could be the favorite of your mother, or it could be the other way around. It could be that your mother favors you, and this is why your sibling doesn't want to have anything to do with you. I mean, I don't know, okay? I'm giving you all possible meanings connected with the astrology symbology that I'm seeing. So maybe you are the favorite of your mother, and I'm saying mother, not father, mother. Um, and she just likes you best. And maybe your sibling was really jealous because of that, and maybe you had troubles with him or her throughout life, and he or she just decides to cut all ties with you. Now, this could be the other way around. This could be that finally, because of the intervention of your mother, if you had some sort of, conflict with a sibling, you finally put that conflict behind you and both of you decide to form a good relationship. This sibling could be living abroad, for instance. This sibling could be someone with whom you had a falling out because you don't like your brother-in-law or your sister-in-law, and you always thought that your brother-in-law or sister-in-law had a very bad influence in your sister or brother. Others, it could be a final message. Now, what final message this is? This final message could be connected with something online. Maybe you did something online and there's like a final message saying your website will be closed, or you will no longer be able to use this service, or for instance, your YouTube channel will be terminated because you have violated whatever terms of agreement they come up with. Something online that comes to an end. Now, this could be your decision. Maybe it's too expensive and there's no point in continuing with this online thing, or you're just moving from one place to another, you're moving websites, or it could be the decision of the other party and that you might not like it. What else? This could be an end to your car. You love your car, you always liked your car very much, it was flashy, you loved your car, but something happened and you have to give up your car, or your car dies. I'm sorry to tell you. Or it could be the other way around. Finally, you have the money to buy that luxury car that you always wanted. This could be also the end of training. Maybe you were taking some sort of course, maybe a hobby, learning something creative, and that training or course or hobby, whatever, comes to an end. Another way of reading it is that maybe if you had problems with the neighbors or a particular neighbor, those problems come to an end. Maybe your neighbor moves to another place, goes to live in another city, or maybe you have a new neighbor coming in, and there's new neighbors in your neighborhood. So there's many different ways of reading the same lunation. It depends from natal chart to natal chart. Now let's go to the sign of Cancer. Cancer. How is the January 2018 is going to be for you, Cancer? So the full moon on the 2nd of January happens in your first house. This is a commitment that goes deeper and deeper and deeper, and more serious. So again, there's some sort of difficulty within this commitment in your marriage or something like that. It could be that you want to spend time with your husband or wife. Oh, I'm sorry, Cancer, but maybe you have responsibilities at work and you cannot, or maybe your spouse has responsibilities at work and he or she cannot spend all that time with you. This could be like a brand new beginning also in your spouse's or partner professional life that will have that might bring conflict to your marriage or partnership. Why? Because maybe your spouse got a promotion, has to work harder, and maybe he or she doesn't have time for you. and that might be a problem in your marriage or in your romantic partnership. And it could be also that you might be signing a new contract, and there might be some sort of changes in your professional life that might come out of the blue. And also there needs to be a flexibility from the part of your husband or wife because of your job, or if you are single, this job doesn't leave you much time to do anything else. This could be also a very big transformation in the life of your second child. It could be your daughter or son, doesn't matter, it's the second one in line. He or she might get married, might have a boy, or might have a baby. He or she might have like this big promotion, but this big promotion comes with a lot of work. Or it could be that you get a new boss who's very demanding at work, or your husband or partner or wife or partner gets a new boss who's very demanding at work. And you know, that might cause stress at work. And then the lunar eclipse on the 31st of January 2018 happens in the sign of Leo. In your case, it's going to happen in your second house. This is either an ending or a beginning connected with your earnings, your salary. Maybe you got a new job and gonna leave the job you were in, and the money, your income is gonna change. Maybe you got a promotion and gonna earn more money, but you know, it comes with more work. Or it could be the other way around. It could be that there's a new boss, like I said, in your work, and he or she is implementing changes, and there's some changes around the way you get paid, and there's some changes in terms of your salary. It could be negative, it could be positive, but you know, don't spend all that much. You know, it depends. There's changes in your salary. Okay, there's changes in your salary, and these changes in your salary might come about in many different ways. Either way, I would advise you not to go nuts and start spending, because maybe you might need that money, you know, later on. Now let's go to the sign of Leo. Leo. How is the month of January 2018? How is that month going to be for you? The full moon on the 2nd of January 2018 happens on the 11 degrees of Cancer. So this is a very positive full moon, and it's happening in your 12th house. So maybe you need time to spend with yourself, to be in solitude, even to, you know, maybe even to work on a creative project, to write poetry, to be with your boyfriend or girlfriend, just to spend time with yourself, you know, and just recharge. And you might have the ability to have that time. Maybe suddenly people at work will give you, you know, a few days off because maybe you need it. Now, some of you might be ill. I'm sorry to tell you that, because the 12th house is connected with health. It's the health axis. It's the 12th and the 6th house. So maybe you get to spend time at home because you're ill, because you're sick, but maybe you need it. And this gives you an opportunity for you to recharge, Leo, and for you to spend time with yourself, even to read, you know, even to do things that are heartwarming for you, and to spend time with your family. This is a solitude time that is very good for you. What else could it be? This could be, because it's a full moon, it could actually be the other way around. Maybe you were ill. Maybe you were sick. Yes, it could be that. But around the 2nd of January 2018, that's the time where finally you get to be healed. The illness, it could be something like the common cold, but it took time, you know, for you to heal. And around the 2nd of January, you're good. You're finally well, and you can, you know, go back to work or something like that, or go back to school. Again, depends from natal chart to natal chart, from person to person. This could be also a secret that comes out, something which was hidden that comes out, but something, a good positive secret. I don't know what it is, but something good that makes you feel good, something that was maybe someone who's working on your behalf, you know, behind the scenes, comes through and gives you something, or gives you a promotion or something like that. It's a good positive thing that happens that you had no idea that might happen, but it will. Or a good positive secret, something which was being kept in the dark, comes to light, but it will make you feel, it will help you feel good. Then the new moon on the 17th of January at 26 degrees of Capricorn is going to happen in your 6th house. So this could be new beginnings concerning your work life. So maybe you're like going to go to a new job, right? It could be that you're going to go to a new job. This job, if you didn't have a job, if you were like searching, finally you do have a new job, but it's going to entail a lot of work. It might bring you some stress, okay? You might have to deal with foreigners in some capacity. Maybe the boss is a foreigner. Maybe the clients are foreign clients. Maybe you need to learn a new language even, or you need to learn. Let's say that you speak French, but your French isn't all that great. But you know, you understand it. But it's not enough for you to carry on a proper conversation with with a French person, you know. So maybe you need to study that language more, otherwise you cannot do your work properly. I'm just giving you examples, okay? It depends from natal chart to natal chart, depends from person to person. So more work within the next at least 2.5 years in your work environment. You're going to need to work harder, smarter as well. You're going to need to be adaptable also. I'm sorry, this might lead to some sort of conflict around your family or around your home, because you don't have enough time to be with your family or home, you know, because you need to work all the time. It could be that. So others, it could be this sort of job, this new type of job, or it could be that you already have a job, but you need to adapt. Something happens quite suddenly, and you need to adapt, and you need to but this adaptation might take a while, and you're gonna need to work harder within the next 2.5 years. I don't know what it is, but it comes with extra responsibilities, extra burden, extra study, and it might take a toll in your health. So you have to be careful with that, Leo. So I would advise you to do some sort of easy exercise every day. For instance, yoga, something that's more or less easy. Don't overdo it, you know. Otherwise, you will not have the energy to do what is required for you to do in your work environment, right? So be easy on yourself in terms of exercise. Do exercise, and the most important thing, it's not hard exercise, is doing it every day. It could be an easy thing to do, like yoga, 10 minutes a day. But as long as you are persistent and you keep on doing it, you will see the positive results in your own body. This could be that maybe you have new colleagues, new co-workers, and you need to train them. And you had no idea that you're going to train them, but you need to train them. This means extra work for you, extra responsibilities. Maybe you need to study in order to present whatever notions you need to present to these new co-workers. Maybe the co-workers are leaving. you know. Maybe there used to be 10 colleagues, and some of them, like 5 or 7, leave, and suddenly you have a bigger workload than you thought. So there's many different possibilities. There could be an health issue also, and you need to be easy on yourself and take care of whatever issue it is in a very long-term sort of way, meaning changing the way you eat, trying not to have stress. It's not a overnight change in your health for the positive. It's something that might take a while, okay? And you have to be persistent. If you make any sort of changes in your exercise or in your diet, it's not something that will go away after a week. No, you have to keep on, making these changes. You have to be persistent. For instance, if you discover that you are intolerant to some sort of food, you could never eat it again. Okay? So, or you have to remove it from your food for a while. Then, Leo, the lunar eclipse on the 31st of January 2018, that happens at 11 degrees of your sign. So this is an ending, or a culmination. Again, it depends from natal chart to natal chart, in some part of your life, something that affects you personally. Now, for some of you, it could be at the end of a relationship. Yes, maybe things were not working out with your boyfriend or girlfriend, with your spouse, with your partner, and you just decided to call it quits. It could be you, it could be the other person. There's an ending in your romantic life. Now, it could be the other way around. It depends. Again, it depends. It could be that you both decide to, maybe you like casually dating. So, like I said, maybe you were casually dating, but you decide to make it formal, and you are boyfriend and girlfriend, or boyfriend and boyfriend, or girlfriend and girlfriend, or you decide to move in together, okay? Or you decide to get married, or you decide to have a child. It's like the next step in your relationship. It could be some sort of ending connected with a family member in your life, someone in your family. Maybe a mother figure. Maybe you were having troubles with your mother or a mother figure, and you just decide to, not talk to this person again. Maybe this person isn't very good for you, or everything is fine in terms of there's no conflict with this, I would say, mother or grandmother, but there might be some sort of culmination with this member of your family, and it might affect you in a personal level. This could be something like your mother moving to another house, for instance. There's something with a family member, or it could be another way of reading this. Some of you discover that you are pregnant, or your spouse or your girlfriend is pregnant, or others, finally, you have your child. You were pregnant, and your child is born around the 31st of January. Others, it could be that you leave your family business. Maybe you worked with your family and you leave your family business, or you take over the family business. Or it could be that your work, so you were connected, maybe you had a job, and if this job was no longer working, you leave it. Now, it could be you on your own that you leave this job, or you could be fired. I hope not. Or it could be the other way around. Finally, you had news of a job, and so you applied to many things, and around the 31st of January 2018, you start this new job. Okay? Okay, so let's continue with the sign of Virgo. Virgo. So the full moon on the 2nd of January 2018 at 11 degrees of Cancer. Where does it happen for you? Virgo, it happens in your 11th house. So this is a kind of a nice lunation. It makes very good positive aspects. So something coming to fruition or to a conclusion. I would say a nice positive conclusion with a friend, related to a friend. Maybe you, I don't know, maybe you had some sort of meeting with a friend, and around the 2nd of January, that's when this meeting happens. Maybe a friend gave you a present or something like that, something good, nice and positive and emotionally pleasant connected with one of your friends. Maybe it's not something with you and one of your friends or group of friends. Maybe something good happened to a friend of yours and you are merely the witness of that. Maybe your friend, got engaged. Maybe your friend has a new boyfriend or girlfriend. Maybe your friend has the news that he or she is pregnant, or delivers a baby, or has this great fantastic new job. Whatever it is, this friend is really happy about it, and I would say this is a female friend. If it's not that, it's like a long-term plan that you had that comes to a good positive fruition, to a completion. You finally manage to complete a long-term goal, a long-term wish in a very positive manner. It kind of warms your soul. Or it could be it's gains from your career. Good, nice, great, fantastic gains from your career. So it depends from natal chart to natal chart. Then the new moon on the 17th of January at 26 degrees of Capricorn. In your case, where does it happen? It happens in your 5th house. So this is a new beginning, a brand new beginning in matters connected with love. Maybe it's time for you to take love more seriously. Maybe you kind of demand that out of the person with whom you are dating. If it's not you who demands that, maybe it's the person whom you are dating, your boyfriend, girlfriend, who demands that out of you. Maybe it's more duties and responsibilities connected with your love life. If it's not that, it could be duties and responsibilities connected with your children. Maybe you become a mother or a father, a parent. And that means a complete transformation in your life. That means more duties, more responsibilities, more burdens, and a necessity to, do well with time management and manage everything you need to do related to this child. If it's not that, and you are already a parent, something connected with your child's activities or your children's activities that puts more burdens on your back. Maybe your kid starts something brand new, a new sport. He or she learns how to play, is learning how to play a musical instrument, and all of that demands a better time management from your part, and all of that demands more responsibilities from your part. Also, if you are planning on taking any sort of risk connected with the stock market, do it, it's better if it's calculated risks. Okay, don't bet the house. Don't do that. It's long-term calculated risks. That's how you do well. If you are making a bet now in whatever, in the stock market, plan on only getting the returns in about 2.5 years, maybe 3 years. Okay, that's the best way. What else it could be? Maybe this the 5th house is also connected with your hobbies. Maybe something connected with your hobbies. Maybe you decide to start or your artistic life, if you are an artistic person, if you do something connected with art. Maybe you decide to take more seriously your art. Take it more seriously, and maybe you decide to invest on it. Now, this could be learning how to do art. I'm saying art, but anything artistically, anything which is artistic, drawing, photography, painting, making music, whatever. So you are taking that seriously, and maybe you're working on a project, a long-term project, that artistic long-term project that would only come to fruition in about 2.5 years, maybe 3 years. So it's like you're devoting yourself to your creative abilities in a very serious manner. Again, this demands very good time management. Then the lunar eclipse on the 31st of January happens at 11 degrees of Leo. In your case, Virgo, where is it going to happen? It's going to happen in your 12th house. So 12th house, maybe, you know, secret that comes to light. It could be that, the secret that comes to light. Something connected with a mother figure in your life. Could be mother, could be grandmother. A secret, I'm thinking a secret that is put to rest. I'm sorry, put to rest. A secret that comes into full fruition. It could be that. I don't know exactly what that means. Now, this could also mean that maybe there's some sort of health issue with a mother figure in your life. This could be mother, grandmother, even mother-in-law, but I'm thinking more mother and grandmother. This could be you as well. Some sort of, you know, discovery of a health issue, and you need to be dealing with it. Or it's the other way around. You have a health issue, or someone in your family, mother, grandmother, have a health issue, but finally that health issue is put to rest. Okay, it's done with, it's dealt with. Another way of reading it, this could be also maybe you spent time with yourself, you wanted to be alone, you know, for a while. And around the 31st of January, maybe you're like working on a creative project, but around the 31st of January, you're like done. Okay, fine, I'm done with being alone. I needed to be in solitude in order to work on this or on that, but finally, whatever I was working on is done, and so you don't need to be on your own again. Now we're gonna go to the next sign, which is Libra. Libra, how is it? How is the month of January 2018? I was like, wow, 2018. How is it going to be for you? Well, the full moon on the 2nd of January, that is going to happen at 11 degrees of Cancer. In your case, where does it happen? It's going to happen in your it's going to happen in your 10th house. Yep, it's going to happen in your 10th house. So this is a good, positive full moon. So something good, positive comes into fruition, connected with your career, with your profession. So maybe, I don't know, maybe you have a brand new career, maybe you start a new career, maybe you get, how do you say, elevated in your profession, maybe you get a promotion, maybe you get a new boss. It could be that. Maybe you get this fantastic new boss that who gives you a raise. That would be great, right? Yeah, like money is good to you. So maybe you got this new boss, and this boss tells you, hey, everyone's gonna get a raise. It's probably a woman. I'm doing a deep voice, but it's probably a woman, this new boss. At least this new boss could be more emotionally available to you, more caring to you and to everyone else. Now, this could also be a boss who leaves, and then a new boss comes in. This could also be an elevation or a change, a good positive change in your social status. And what can this mean? Now, maybe you are single and now you are going to get married, for instance. Maybe you didn't have kids, but now you became a parent. So there's like a good positive change in the way people in the public, the general public, is perceiving you. Maybe you just finished up some sort of course. Let's say that you were studying to be a nurse and you were just a student. Now you are a certified nurse. So there's a good positive change in your public image. Now, if this is not connected with you, this could be an authority figure. I would say mother, but at least if it's not mother, a caring authority figure in your life. And something good, pleasant happens to this authority figure. Now, what can that mean? It could mean that maybe maybe a mother, maybe a grandmother retires, or if it's not retirement, gets a promotion or gets a salary increase, something like that. Okay, again, it depends from case to case. Then there's a new moon on the 17th of January at 26 degrees of Capricorn, and in your case it's going to happen in your 4th house. So this is a brand new beginning in your in the area connected with your home and family. Not just home and family, but also the house where you live. So maybe for some of you, you buy a new house, and maybe this new house might need, it could not necessarily, it could be a new house, yes, but it could be a brand new house, but it could be a used house. And you're going to make some sort of modifications in this house. You're going to make some sort of changes in this house. Maybe it needs, new walls, something new, that it needs to be repaired in some way. Maybe it needs just to be painted. Maybe it needs a new roof, something like that. And for the next 2.5 years, maybe 3 years, you're gonna work on this house. Or maybe it was brand new, but it needs some sort of adaptation. It could be that. For others, it's more burdens and responsibilities connected with this house, with your house. It doesn't matter if it's a new one or if you've been living in this place for a long time. Maybe you're gonna spend more money. You're gonna spend more money, maybe because it needs some sort of renovations. Or just bought it, and for the next 2.5, at least 3 years, you're gonna pay a lot for it, and you need to save in order to pay for this house. Maybe again, it's just it's burdens and responsibilities connected with your house. Or if it's not your house, the place where you live, it's burdens and responsibilities connected with your family life. Now, this could be an older person from your family. Now, this could be your family, or this could be your spouse's family or partner's family who comes to live with you. Maybe this is an older person who can no longer take care of himself or herself, and I'm thinking it's more like a woman, but not necessarily. And then, you have to take care of maybe the kids, your spouse, and now there's like your mother-in-law living with you as well. If it's not a mother-in-law, sister-in-law, it's someone in the family who needs special attention. I'm thinking a sibling now, or someone who is young. Maybe it's you. You have a sibling with special needs, and you need to take care of this sibling. But not necessarily someone with special needs. It could be that you have a younger sibling, and your sibling just entered college, and now your sibling or your sister or your brother needs to stay with you because it's cheaper. Maybe your sibling doesn't have enough money. Maybe your parents don't have enough money, and he needs to stay with you, he or she, with you for the next, I would say, maybe 3 years and live with you while he or she is studying. It could be that as well, What else? So, yeah, I'm thinking it's a girl, it's a young female, and it could be that. Another way of reading it, I'm going to give all possibilities, okay? Do not freak out. I just like to give all sorts of possibilities, Libra. Another way of reading it is that maybe you had the birth of a special needs child, okay? And this is why you need to prepare the house to receive the special needs child. Or maybe there's some sort of accident with a young child, with someone young, and this is why the house needs to be prepared for this young person. Or maybe not necessarily, it could be something, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's forever. It could be that maybe, let's say, there was some sort of accident. I hope not. I'm just giving all possibilities. But imagine that there was some sort of accident, and within the next 2.5 years, 3 years, your child needs to have, you know, physical therapy, and the house needs to be prepared for that. So it's not necessarily forever. It's for a few years. Okay, don't freak out. I'm just giving all possibilities. Then the lunar eclipse on the 31st of January happens on 11 degrees of Libra, and in your case it's going to happen in your 11th house. So this is a long-term goal, a wish that comes into full fruition, something that you've always wanted, and you have it. Maybe you wanted to become a mother, and that's what happens. You find out. Some of you might find out that you are, you know, pregnant. Others, you might have a kid. Something connected with motherhood. That this is what you wanted for a very long time. It could be that. It could be for others. It's something you have to give up. There is like a long-term wish that you have, a desire, a goal, and you have to give up. You have to give it up totally, or you have to give this long-term goal or wish partially. Okay, it depends from case to case. For others, this could also be a friend. You know, a friend who behaves with you more like a mother, or you are the one who keeps mothering this friend, this particular friend. Or if it's not a particular friend, it's all of your friends. There's like this mothering vibe. And maybe your friends are sick of it, or you are sick of mothering this particular person, this friend. What else? So some of you might, you know, distance yourselves from this group of friends, or this friend in particular, or maybe you belong to a group, an association connected with mothers, and maybe something happened and it no longer makes sense for you to be in this group connected with mothers. Now this could be a simple thing, like maybe, how do you say, it used to be Lamaze classes. Maybe you went to this, you know, support group, not support group, Lamaze classes, something like that, to help you deliver your child, for instance, in a nice, pleasant way. But now you had your kid, you don't have to go back to this group, okay? Because this is only while you're pregnant. I don't know, I'm thinking yoga for mothers to be, something like that. So there's many different ways of reading the same lunation. It's going to depend from natal chart to natal chart. Now we're going to go to the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio. How is the month of January? How is it going to be for you, Scorpio? So the full moon on the 2nd of January 2018 is going to happen at 11 degrees of Cancer. In your case, it's going to happen in your 9th house. So this is a very pleasant lunation, very positive. So some of you might, you know, finish up something connected with your college course. Maybe it's like the first, in Portugal we say it's divided into semesters, like, and around January, that's more or less when the first semester ends. So then you have a few days for you to study for all the exams. So it ends, let's say, in a good, pleasant way. Some of you, it's like the vacation of university and you have time to study. Others, it depends again from country to country. Others, it's just you're finishing up something connected with your college education. Maybe you had one course to like one discipline that you still had to have, or you had to do a test or an exam or something like that. Or maybe you receive the news around the 2nd of January that you have completed everything in a very positive way, and you are you know, you finally you have graduated, or you received the final grade, something like that. Others, it could be that something good, pleasant comes to an end, to a fruition, connected with a something that was on court. There's some sort of court case, I would say, either connected with, you know, child support, or being a mother, or something like that. I would say more child support, something connected with a child that was on in court, and it ends to you in a good, very positive way. So whatever it is, you get what you want, or at least the decision makes you feel happy. What else? This could be an end to a vacation. You went, yeah, around the 2nd of January. That makes sense. Maybe you went abroad as a vacation. You spent the New Year abroad, or you went to visit your family abroad, something like that. And now around the 2nd of January, it's the time when you come back, return home. Now this could also be something very good in news, a good, pleasant news connected with foreign places. Now maybe you, how do you say? Maybe you want to work in a foreign land, in another country, in another place, and around the 2nd of January, this is when you have the news that it's good, positive news. So maybe you got accepted. Maybe you got accepted to go and study in a foreign college, or maybe you got accepted to you know, to work in a different company in another country. It could be even the same company, but in another country. It's going to depend from case to case. This could be also a course like that you have, you know, connected with spirituality. Maybe you are studying astrology, and finally around the 2nd of January, there's something good that comes to a completion connected with that. So what is? Maybe you finish this astrology course, or maybe you decide to start it, and maybe you've paid this astrology course. I say astrology, it could be tarot, anything related with spirituality. Okay, so it's going to depend from case to case, from natal chart to natal chart. Then the new moon on the 17th of January, that happens on the 26 degrees of Capricorn. In your case, where does it happen, Scorpio? It's going to happen in your 3rd house. This is a brand new beginning connected with, I would say, studies. So for the next 2.5 years, maybe 3 years, maybe you're going to be studying hard something. Okay, it could be that you're taking training. You know, now this could be, this could be in order to advance yourself in terms of profession. You want to do something. You want to expand yourself in your profession, or now this could be in the place you already are in your own career, or you want to either learn something new, or you want to expand something in the career in which you already are. But that would require study, long, hard study for at least 2.5 years, if not 3 years. So this is the brand new start. Around the 17th of January, this is when you start either new training new training, or studying something new. Now this could also be, if it's not by your own will, this could also be imposed to you by the bosses, the authorities, the place where you work. They say you're going to have this training, and it's not up to choice. Okay, they want you to train in a certain area because maybe there's no one else around. Okay, or maybe they decide, yeah, you are the best person to do this training, and if you don't want to do it, we have to let you go. Something like that. I don't know what it is. But it's like a lot of burden in your back, and you have to do very well with time management. Okay, for the next 2.5 years, if not 3 years, you have to excel at time management. Okay. Okay. Now this could be a brand new beginning connected with your siblings, the relationship that you have with a sibling or your siblings, maybe an older sibling. maybe responsibilities and burdens connected with one of your siblings or your sibling. I don't know what it is, but maybe it might be connected with health issues. Maybe you have to take care of your sister, or I'm thinking more sister. That's what I'm thinking, because Capricorn is a female sign, but it could be a feminine sign. It could be also a brother, but someone, an older sibling who needs care and attention, there's something connected with health issues, and you need to take care of this person. It could be that, okay? It could be also any other thing, not necessarily health issues, but you might have some sort of burden and responsibilities connected with a sibling. Maybe you have some sort of conflict with a sibling. Others, it could be a brand new beginning connected with a sibling, in which you have to be very aware of the words that you say to this person, to your sister or your brother, and you have to deal with him or her in a very controlled sort of manner, and you cannot afford to lose your patience. That's the only way to deal with him or her, okay? Now, this could also be a brand new car, okay? Or burdens and responsibilities connected with your car, okay? So maybe you decide to buy a new car, Scorpio. Maybe you need it, okay? But this car, there's some sort of, you have to take good care of it, otherwise it's not gonna last you a long time. And for some of you, it could be that it could be a brand new car. Maybe you need a brand new car, and I'm gonna be paying for this car for at least 2.5 years, if not 3 years. And maybe you need this new car. This could also be lots and lots of messages that come your way around the 17th of January. Messages which kind of demand out of you, again, good time management, because you're going to have to answer to all of these messages. Now, these messages could be work-related, but not necessarily. This could be older people from your family, older family members who are reaching out to you, contacting you for whatever reason, and you're going to have to answer in a very competent sort of way to all of these messages, okay? So then, Scorpio, the lunar eclipse on the 31st of January 2018 happens at 11 degrees of Leo. And where does this happen? In your 10th house. So something that comes to fruition and a completion connected with your career, with your profession. Now, for some of you, maybe finally you get the job. Maybe you apply to several places of employment, and you get the job that which is connected with the career that you always wanted to follow. Your own career, your own destiny in life. Now, this destiny in life, this career, maybe might be connected with a mother figure. So maybe some of you might be following your mother's profession, something like your grandmother's profession, something like that. There's like an inheritance type of vibe in terms of career that I'm getting. Some of you, it could be that. Others, there's no change in terms of career, in terms of profession. You just get a new boss, and this new boss is a woman. Okay, this is a woman. What else? This could also be that maybe you have new responsibilities at work, and your profession might come into conflict with the time that you spend at home with your partner or with your kids. There's some sort of conflict between home environment and your career and your profession. Others, it could be that an authority figure in your life, I would say mother or grandmother, retires. It could be that could retire. Could retire or not necessarily retire. I'm saying retire, but it could also be, gets promoted or something like that, gets a brand new job, gets a promotion, something like that, or completely changes career. It could also be a change in your public image. And what can it mean, a change in your public image, Scorpio, well, maybe you become a mother. I'm thinking mother, but it could be you become a parent. You know, you become a mother or father, doesn't matter. It could be that, or you get engaged, you know, and you go and live with your boyfriend or girlfriend, or you get married, or you get your boyfriend or girlfriend, get a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or others it could be that you get divorced. So it depends from natal chart to natal chart. Now I'm gonna go to the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius. How is the month of January 2018 is going to be for you, Sagittarius? Well, the full moon on the 2nd of January 2018 that happens at 11 degrees of Cancer. Where does it happen in your case, Sagittarius? It's going to happen in your eighth house. So this is something good, something pleasant connected with shared resources. So Sagittarius, with the full moon in your eighth house, you might be getting some money from others. Now, money from others, what could this be? This could be maybe you overpaid in your taxes and you're getting a refund. Maybe you're paying less. Maybe you're getting the news that you're going to pay less in terms of taxes around the 2nd of January. I don't know what type of taxes it could be. Maybe, what else? Maybe you're getting some sort of dividends. You know, you made an investment in something, and around the 2nd of January, you're going to get the payment from whatever investment you did. And whatever it is, you're going to be very happy with it. It's like it's an emotional fulfillment. Maybe you're getting rid of some credit cards. Maybe you're getting a credit card, you know, something in terms of finances that makes you feel really, really good. Now, this doesn't have necessarily to be connected with your finances. It could be connected with your partner's finances. Maybe he or she is getting a raise, and that really makes you happy. Maybe finally there's some sort of inheritance, and around the 2nd of January, I'm sorry, I apologize. Around the 2nd of January, that's when the money comes in. Now, that it could come from you, or you know, maybe it's your inheritance, maybe it's your spouse's or partner's inheritance. Again, like I said, maybe he or she is getting a raise or something like that. Maybe he or she is getting a new job, and it's better in terms of payment. This could also be if you are, you know, Sagittarius. If you just started seeing someone, maybe around the 2nd of January, you decide to take your relationship to the next level. Maybe it's more, you know, maybe it's your first intimate encounter or something like that, and it's very pleasant, or it's a very pleasant time with your partner, with your spouse. It could be that as well. The 8th house is also the house of death. So I'm going to have to mention this. I'm sorry. Maybe there's some sort of passing in your family, but it's a good, nice, quiet, peaceful passing in your family, Sagittarius. Could be an older woman, you know, but it's a peaceful passing, you know. What else could it be? It could be something also connected with your occult. Maybe you're reading about the occult, you know, and maybe around the 2nd of January, there's like you're finishing up a book or something like that. Or you're reading a crime novel, you know, it could be something like that. You're reading Miss Marple's mysteries or something like that. Again, it depends from case to case. Whatever it is, I would say it's something pleasant. Something pleasant. Then Sagittarius, the new moon in Capricorn on the 17th of January 2018 happens at 26 degrees of Capricorn. In your case, Sagittarius, is going to happen in your 2nd house. So this is like a request from the universe or from Saturn to be much more responsible with your money, with your finances. Maybe you get some sort, you could even get around the 2nd of January something good in terms of money. Money is coming in. Even it could be even gambling. Don't go and gamble, okay? Like the house, don't bet the house. Maybe you had some sort of pleasant news in terms of money. Money is coming in from all sorts of sources, and with Saturn in your 2nd house, transiting your 2nd house, Sagittarius, what Saturn asks is that you are responsible with the money that came in. Whatever money is coming in, you need to be responsible with it, okay? Don't go and spend it. It's like save part of it and use it for things that you need, or for things that will help you advance yourself. Advance yourself spiritually, advance yourself in terms of career. So don't go buy, I'm going to give you an example. Don't go buy a perfume. Perfume when you really need to buy is like a power suit. Let's say that. Maybe in your line of work you don't need a perfume. You need more. It's more. It's better if you buy a business suit, for instance. Maybe you need that instead of a perfume. Maybe you need books to learn something. Maybe you need to take some sort of professional training course. I don't know. Spend your money wisely, okay, in a very responsible manner. Okay, it's the demand of you, Sagittarius, at least for the next 2.5, if not 3 years. That's what Saturn in Capricorn is asking of you. This new moon in Capricorn in your 2nd house could be also, now it could, for some could be more money, yes, but then the question, what is demanded out of you from the universe is that you are responsible with this money, okay? At least part of it, put it away. Others, it could be that you have less money. For whatever reason, you're going to have less money. And this is why also you need to be responsible with this money. Maybe you need to start keeping track of things that are really important in terms of, I should spend money in this, on this, or on that. Maybe you need to know exactly where you spend your money in. So in that way you can make better decisions, okay? Maybe you're spending way too much money in coffee, I don't know, and you just decide, okay, this is just way too much. I should bring coffee from home. It kind of adds up. Or you're spending way too much money in eating out or whatever. What else this could be? So you keep track of it so you can spend it in a more wise manner. And maybe, again, like I said, some of you will have less money. Or maybe you're saving up for something. Maybe something that is truly important for you, and you want to save for that thing, whatever it is. It could be, I don't know, buying your house, buying an apartment, buying a car, whatever. And you decide, okay, I'm gonna make a long-term plan, a long-term savings plan, so I can save this money for that thing that I want 2.5 years from now, 3 years from now. It could be that as well. I'm going to give you an example. Maybe you want to go back to college. Maybe you want to go back to school. So maybe it's expensive. Maybe you won't be able to work at the same time that you study. So you need to save. Okay, it could be that as well. What else? The 2nd house is the house of values. What, like material values, things that you can touch, but immaterial values as well. So within the next 2.5 years, 3 years, Sagittarius, I'm thinking that you're going to redefine, or at least make more concrete those values that truly matter to you. What are those things that you can never ever give up? And I'm not talking about material values. I'm talking about immaterial values. I don't know. I'm going to give you an example. Telling the truth. Not doing white lies, for instance. Always being with integrity. I don't know what else I can give as an example, but you're going to define very well what are the values that are absolutely important to you and you cannot give them up. Then, Sagittarius, the lunar eclipse happens on the 31st of January. And in your case, where does it happen? It happens in your 9th house. So, for some of you, it could be, you know, you're finishing up a college course. Some of you, it's that. Others, it could be you give up college for whatever reason. Maybe you don't have enough money to stay in college, to stay in school. You need to give it up, at least for a while. Or you change courses. Maybe you thought, okay, I thought I really wanted to be a lawyer, and then you found out, okay, I don't want to be a lawyer. I want to be something else. And you change courses. Others, it could be, you know, finishing up a course. Others, it could also be something related to the law and with a mother figure, or with you being a mother or a parent. You know, it's something connected with a court case, either regulating maternal, you know, duties and rights, duties and rights. Either you're a mother or you are with your, maybe you had a kid with your ex, and you need to, you know, maybe your ex is a woman and she wants way too much time with your kid. Something connected with motherhood and with a court case, and maybe with a child, and maybe you want to spend more time with this child. Maybe money needs to be given. Maybe you are the parent who takes the main care of your kid, and you had to go to court in order to receive, you know, child support or something like that. Maybe around the 31st of January that is put into rest. There's a decision, there's a court decision. If it's not something to do with the child, it's something to do with your own mother or your grandmother, a mother figure, something like that. Something like that. And there's a court case involving her, and you are connected to this court case in some way, shape, or form. What else? There could be some sort of wrongdoing to this mother figure. And this is why you need to go to court. Not that you did anything, it's just you're like a witness or something like that. This could also be, you know, the end of a trip. You traveled abroad, and around the 31st of January coming back. Or others, it could be maybe you were an immigrant abroad, and then either you decide to come back to your own country, or it's the other way around. Finally, you get you make the decision, you get the approval to go and emigrate and go to another country. Maybe joining your mother. Could be that. Or maybe your son or your daughter finally gets the approval for you to come and join you, you know. So this could be read in many different ways. This could also be, you know, connected with religion. Maybe you always followed the religion of your mother. I would say mother figure religion. You always followed it, you know, without a problem. You never had a problem with it, and you just decide to, you know, not following it anymore because maybe it doesn't make any type of sense to you anymore. Others, it's the other way around. Maybe you just disconnected yourself from the religion of your mother side of the family, or the female side, the mother side of the family. You were never actually committed to their religion or their spirituality, and now you decide to dig a little deeper and try to understand your mother's side of the family religion or spirituality. Now we're gonna go to the next sign, which is Capricorn. Capricorn. How is the month of January 2018. How is it going to be for you? So let's see. The full moon on the 2nd of January 2018 happens at 11 degrees of Cancer in your 7th house. This is a very good, pleasant full moon. So this is a good thing that comes into fruition connected with your partner, your long-term partner, your spouse. Maybe you're dating someone and you decide, okay, that's it, let's move in together. And you decide to advance to the next stage of your relationship. If it's not moving in together, it's finally getting married. If it's not that, it's becoming parents. You decide, okay, let's have a child. Or there's a Capricorn, there's news that you are pregnant, or your spouse is pregnant, or maybe your spouse around the 2nd of January, for some of you, delivers a baby. Okay, what else? What else? This is very good and very positive. If it's not that, it's like something good and positive happening to your long-term partner, to your spouse, to your wife or husband. Maybe he or she gets a promotion in work. Maybe he or she gets to fulfill a long-term wish that he or she always wanted to do. Now, this long-term wish might be connected with career, but not necessarily. Maybe he or she, like I said, gets a promotion, gets a new job, advances to a career that he or she always wanted to have. But it could be any other thing. Maybe your spouse is a very creative person, and finally, around the 2nd of January, finishes up a creative project. And this is something that he or she always wanted to do. This could also be the end, finalization concerning a contract. Maybe it's your contract. Maybe you get a new job, or you do something new in your career that requires for you to sign a new contract. And around the 2nd of January, this is when you sign this new contract. Maybe you get, if you are a freelance worker, maybe you get new clients, and these are just fantastic clients. This could be big company clients, not just one person. They could be if it's, singular clients, it's very rich people, or it's more like companies, big companies, and maybe companies connected with money. They're very wealthy, at least. And these are the types of clients that you get. And even foreign very wealthy clients. In whatever work that you do, now it could be you being a freelancer, or could be you working in a company, and you get these new clients. Whatever it is, it's very pleasant, and you like it very much. So this could be foreign clients, faraway clients, and it kind of feels like these clients were divinely guided towards you, or towards your company. What else? This could be also something very good connected with your 2nd child, the 2nd in line. Okay, so 2nd daughter, 2nd son, doesn't matter, the one who came out 2nd. So a good positive fruition, a good completion connected with your 2nd child. Now, this could be getting a job, or leaving a job that he or she hated in order to pursue a different career. This might be having a boyfriend or a girlfriend. This could be getting married. This could be, even publishing something. Maybe that's what your 2nd kid wanted to do. This could be getting married, like I said. But whatever it is, it's something that truly emotionally fulfills your 2nd child. Then Capricorn. There's on the 17th of January 2018, there's a new moon in your sign at 26 degrees of Capricorn. So this is a brand new beginning to you. So this is a brand new beginning. Now, this could be a brand new beginning, maybe because you are about to become a mother or a father, or you found out that you're pregnant, or your spouse is pregnant, or maybe there's some sort of change in your work environment. Maybe you need to change to a different place. Now, this could be having a new job, yes, but this could also be you are in the same job, but you have to move to a different place, and this will cause some sort of instability connected with your home life. Let's say that you worked in a place that was 10 minutes away from your house. Now you had to move to a different location. Your company moved to a different location, and in order to get there, to get to this new location, or to get from this new location to your home, to your house, maybe you need to get unreliable public transportation that doesn't come on time, or maybe you don't have your own car or something like that, or maybe you can't drive. There are cases like that. But this brand new beginning will bring some sort of instability in your home environment, with your family. I don't know what it is. Maybe you're gonna have to work long hours, for instance, and that can cause some sort of disruption with your family, with your home environment. This is brand new beginning, but it will demand lots and lots of responsibilities, lots and lots of burdens, and you have to be very good with time management, Capricorn. So in order for you to do everything, in order for you to deal with every tiny little thing. Okay, then the lunar eclipse, Capricorn, happens on the 31st of January at 11 degrees of Leo. And in your case, where does it happen? Where is Leo? Leo is in your 8th house. Okay, this is like an end or a completion connected with your shared finances. This could be your spouse or your partner who finds a new job. This is why there's some sort of completion or an end connected with your shared finances. Maybe he or she gets a new job and moves to a different place. So there's changes in the money that you and he or she earns together. Maybe he or she gets a promotion. That's why there's a change in that area, in that department. Maybe it's you. You are the one who gets a promotion, or you are the one that has to deal with changes in your work environment that might be connected with, some sort of change in your salary. But this change in your salary, I would say, comes accompanied with lots and lots of responsibilities. Okay, so you won't be able, if it's an increase, you won't be able to enjoy it. I'm sorry to tell you. Others, there's some sort of changes connected with your taxes. Okay, I don't know what it is. Maybe there's some sort of subsidy that you're getting and now you won't be getting anymore. Maybe the fact that you were a mother or a parent and you got a subsidy connected with your child, and maybe your child now is older and the government just decided, nope, you don't get the right to get this subsidy of any kind, or this whatever. This could be an end to a credit card. Maybe, it could be that. Maybe you just decide to make some changes in terms of the money that you're spending in bank commissions or something like that. Or maybe you had a credit card that you never used and you decide to get rid of it. This could be also changes connected with your sex life. I'm sorry to say this. Maybe you were just a mother, and maybe you're not all that, or your spouse was a mother and you or she was not all that interested in that part, in that area of life, and now that comes to an end. Now it could be that if there was some sort of dry spell that ends now around the 31st of January 2018, or there's some sort of changes, and let's say it's positive changes connected with your intimate life. Okay, so there's many different ways of reading the same lunation. It's gonna depend from natal chart to natal chart. This could also be finishing up. Maybe you had like this big interest in the occult or in crime novels or something like that, and maybe you've read all the books that you needed to read and you don't want to read them anymore and just kind of tired of that subject. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to the next sign, which is Aquarius. Aquarius. How is the month of January 2018 is going to be for you, Aquarius? So Aquarius. The full moon, 2nd of January 2018, is going to happen in Cancer. In your case, it's going to happen in your 6th house. So this is a very good, pleasant full moon. So it could be that there's a good positive completion and fruition connected with your work environment. Maybe there was some sort of project in your job that you needed to finish up, and it was finished in a good, pleasant way. This could be something even simple, like there's like some sort of party for the families, for the kids, and you were involved in planning this party of your co-workers and to receive the kids, the kids of your co-workers, and you were the one involved in planning this, and it went very well and everyone loved it. Others, it could be you have a new job. You leave the job that either if you were looking for a job, finally around the 2nd of January you get a very positive response in the type of job that you will love to be in. Like, it will be emotionally very fulfilling. Maybe in terms of money, or not all that great, but it doesn't matter. At least you will be pleased and happy to be in this job. Others, it could be the other way around. You're just sick of the job that you had and you move, either you leave it and it's like a relief, a big relief for you to leave it, or you move to a different place, to a different career, which will be much more fulfilling to you. Others, it could be like you have new co-workers or a new co-worker, and going to be very happy that you have these new co-workers or this new co-worker. I would say it's a woman. Or maybe if there's some sort of problems with people you used to work with, a person is going to be let go, and that will help you, that will make you feel happy because this person was let go. Maybe this person wasn't very good, at their job, or maybe this person was ill and needed to take care of himself or herself, and you're happy that finally they get the treatment that they needed. Others, it could be some sort of health issue, and this health issue around the 2nd of January 2018, you find out that it's been dealt with in a very positive manner, and you're not sick anymore, or if you were sick. Others, it could be getting the results of your medical exams, and everything is fine, everything is fine. Everything is better than you would expect, I would say, Aquarius. Then, the new moon, Aquarius, where are you? The new moon in Capricorn at 17th of January 2018 at 26 degrees of Capricorn is going to happen in your 12th house. Now, if you have some sort of hidden project, you might be working in this hidden project, which could be connected with writing, or even anything online, or even training for some sort of new skill in a secret sort of way. You're going to be involved in this project for the next 2.5, if not 3 years, Aquarius. And you're going to do it very quietly. You're not going to tell anyone. You're going to be quiet about it. You're going to work on this in solitude and in secrecy, and you're not going to tell anyone. Maybe it's like you're writing a book that might shock a lot of people. It could be that you are working in some sort of artistic endeavor that might shock a lot of people. You are working on something spiritual also that might shock a lot of people. You're investigating, you are reading, you are working late in the night. You are reading a lot. I don't know what it is, but it's like you feel safer if you work on this in secret. Now, it could be that there's some sort of revelation connected with one of your siblings. Again, not necessarily one of your siblings. Could be a revelation connected with an older sibling. Okay, yes, it could be that. Some sort of revelation that is quite shocking. Maybe this older sibling kept this quiet for a very long time. Or something like a sibling who does something to you that is really surprising and you had no idea. and you might have to be dealing with this, whatever he or she will be doing to you. You will have to be dealing with this for the next 2.5 to 3 years. I don't know what it is, okay? So, or this could be also like a health issue. It might be a health issue, and you have to deal with this health issue for the next 2.5 to 3 years. Or if it's not your health issue, it's a health issue connected with one of your siblings. So that could be the shocking message also. Or there might be shocking messages connected with your work and with your job, with your career, for the next 2.5 years, if not 3 years. So there's many different ways of reading this. And then Aquarius, the lunar eclipse on the 31st of January 2018 happens at 11 degrees of Leo in your 7th house. So for some of you, it's the end of a relationship because it's no longer working. For others, it's the other way around. You decide to go, you decide to, to move on to the next level of your relationship. If you were, dating, you decide to be boyfriend and girlfriend. If you were boyfriends, you decide to, let's marry. If you were not living together, you decide to, yeah, let's live together. Let's have a child. It's like the next level of your relationship. And others, it's just an ending, okay? Things end. Maybe things were not working out. Maybe you just are interested romantically in another person, and you just decide to end this relationship. Or it could be the other way around. The person with whom you are with, this person, just has a new love interest, and he or she decides to end things with you. It could be that as well. The 7th house is also the houses of contracts. So there could be a contract that comes to an end. Maybe these contracts, maybe it was like a freelance thing. Okay, you had your own job and then you did freelance on the side, and maybe you had a customer or a client since August, and around the 31st of January you are told that this client will no longer work with you. This could be some sort of changes in your work contract. Maybe maybe there's some changes in your work environment and you need to sign a new contract. Okay, so it could be that. Now this could also be something connected with your second child, the one that comes second in line. Doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl, it's the one who's second in line. So maybe there's like an end in his or her life, like could be he or she an end or a fruition, or completion. It could be that your kid stops dating a certain person, breaks up with someone, or the other way around. Your second child decides to get married and to have a child, or maybe there's like news that your second child is pregnant, or your second child left a job and is going to advance into something new, or your second child, you get the news that he or she has a new job. So there's many different ways of reading the same lunation. Now we're gonna go to the next sign, which is Pisces. Pisces, how is the month of January 2018? How is it going to be for you? So the full moon on the 2nd of January, Pisces, is going to happen in Cancer, and it's going to happen in your 5th house. This is a very good, pleasant full moon. This is a good, this could be romantic times that you spend with your romantic interest. A good, you go out to dinner or something like that. Good moments with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, spouse, partner. If it's not that, maybe you end a romantic relationship, maybe because it was no longer working and you're very pleased that you ended. Others, it's the other way around. You were like casually dating and both of you decide, okay, let's be boyfriends for real. It's very good and very pleasant. If it's not that, it's something connected with your child. Some of you might be getting the news that, okay, you're pregnant, or you might be delivering a baby finally. If it's not that, it could be something good and pleasant that happens in the life of your child. Now he or she gets a prize, he or she gets accepted in this school, he or she is really happy because something good happened to him or her, like maybe he or she has a boyfriend or a girlfriend. They're very happy. One of your kids or your kid is really, really happy because something good and very pleasant happened in his life or her life. Maybe you agreed to let him have, you know, musical lessons or to join the swimming team or something like that. If it's not that, I would say, if you can, play the lottery. Don't go insane. Don't go nuts. Something like $1, €1, something like that, because you could be very pleasantly surprised. Okay. What else? This could be a creative project that comes into fruition. So you were working on a creative project, Pisces, and around the 2nd of January 2018, this is when you finalize this creative project and you're really, really happy with it. You're really, really happy with how it came about and how it turned out. It's like an emotionally fulfilling creative project, and the result of it, the end of it. Then Pisces, the new moon on the 17th of January 2018 happens on 26 degrees of Capricorn, and in your case, Pisces, this new moon is going to happen in your 11th house. So for the next 2.5 to 3 years, if you have a long-term project, if you have a long-held wish, you might be working towards fulfilling this long-term project, fulfilling this long-held wish, but you have to be very persistent with it, and you're going to have to work hard, and you have to be very good at time management. And if you do all of these things, if you have a wish that you always wanted to fulfill, a plan that you always wanted to do, Pisces, if you work on it in a very consistent way, if you accept fully your responsibility to make this wish come true, then in about 2.5 years to 3 years, you will get this wish fulfilled, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. It could be many different things, but you'll get this wish fulfilled. And it might entail some sort of, you know, difficulties in your, at least in the beginning, in your money. So it might mean that you'll have to, there's like unexpected expenses connected with this long-held wish, this plan, this project. But in, you know, April, more or less, things will go better in that way. Okay. This could also be joining a new group, a new association, and you might be in this new group and association for the next 2.5 years. I'm sorry, to 3 years. Now, this could be something political, but not necessarily. It's a group and association that will bring with it to you burdens and responsibilities. I don't know what it is. Again, I have no idea. This could be something connected with one of your friends. So there's burdens and responsibilities, either that links you and a group of friends, or you, a friend in particular, or it's not that. It could be that you are merely the witness of something that will bring lots and lots of responsibilities to one of your friends. Okay, maybe one of your friends needs to take care of their mother or grandmother, or mother-in-law and father-in-law, something like that. It depends. Okay. So some, like I said, something in terms of responsibilities connected with one of your friends. Your friends have to do with more burdens, have to deal with more responsibilities. And then Pisces, where are you? The lunar eclipse on the 31st of January 2018 is going to happen at 11 degrees of Leo, and in your case, it's going to happen in your 6th house. So this could be an health issue that comes to an end. Maybe there's some sort of problems, and but around the 31st of January, you get news that those problems went away. Maybe those problems are connected with you being a mother, or you becoming a mother. Maybe you wanted to do, maybe you did, maybe there's some sort of infertility problems for some of you, and you did a few rounds of fertility treatments, and either you get a very good news that you're pregnant, or you get the very not so pleasant news, and I hope it's not that it's at least you're not pregnant. The treatment didn't resolve this issue for you, and I'm sorry if that's the case. Others, it's just any other type of problem in terms of health. Either it's ended, or at least if it's not that, at least you get a proper diagnosis and you know how to go about it now. If it's not that, it's like the end of an employment situation. You leave a job and go to a different place, a new company, or there's changes regarding your workday activities. There's some sort of changes there. Maybe you still are in the same company, but there's some sort of change there. If it's not that, you have new colleagues, yes, or some old colleagues leave. Maybe you used to work with your mother, and maybe your mother retires. You know, it could be that as well. So there's many different ways of reading the same lunation. So that's it. This is the reading that I have for all signs for January 2018. I hope you have a great month. If you'd like a private consultation, please write to dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you. Bye bye.